The food we eat on a daily basis can come from various sources. For example, it can come from plants or animals. When we think about food that comes from plants, we often think of fruit and vegetables. Fruit can be eaten fresh. For example, apples, oranges, and bananas. We can also dry fresh fruit, that is, reduce its water content. Think about a dried apricot or a dried fig, for example. Nuts are also fruit, often known as fruit in a shell in French, and can be referred to as oleaginous fruit, as we can extract oil from nuts. Walnuts, almonds, or peanuts, for example. Vegetables are a large and very diverse food family. Don't confuse them with pulses, which are also sometimes known as dry vegetables. Green beans and carrots are fresh vegetables, while lentils, chickpeas, and dried beans are from leguminous plants. Food with a plant origin also includes cereals. Cereals are plants that are primarily cultivated for their seeds. You'll have heard of wheat, rice, and corn. Some such foodstuffs are processed. As a result, you need to understand how they are produced in order to identify their origin. Where's the origin of bread, for example? Bread is produced from wheat flour. And as wheat is a grain, bread is considered to have a plant origin, just like pasta. Cereals can also be ground, like couscous, which is wheat-based, and polenta, which is made from corn. If we move on to food which comes from animals, we obviously think about meat. We can distinguish between white meat, such as poultry, and red meat like beef or lamb, for example. Fish is also a foodstuff with animal origins. We differentiate between white fish, such as cod, and oily fish like salmon. We also differentiate between freshwater fish, like carp, and sea fish, such as bream. Seafood and shellfish are also food that comes from animals, for example, mussels and prawns. Finally, we need to mention the food produced by animals, such as eggs from hens or cow's milk. Such food can be processed. Milk is a good example, as it allows us to produce cheese and yogurt. Briefly, you need to know that there are foodstuffs with other origins. For example, salt has a mineral origin, and yeast has a fungal origin. Nutrix is one of the games that accompany this online course. This game is all about a balanced diet. A vegetarian diet is dealt with at some levels of the game. During these levels, you have to consume food with a plant origin while restricting your consumption of food which comes from animals.